Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
How are you guys?
we're doing
Good.
well, except we're not hearing you real good yet. Um,
Is it low volume? What is the?
yeah, low. We're working on it here.
All right.
Did you have a good day today?
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Good deal.
We actually, I was able to get out in the morning and do my walk slash run, and I didn't get killed by the heat like usual.
Where are you?
Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Where are you guys?
York, Nebraska.
York, Nebraska.
About straight north of you, about 400 miles.
Okay.
We're not getting the speaker through we got a bigger monitor just a few days ago, but it's not coming through to it. I don't know what the deal is.
It's just in our laptop that we have connected to the monitor.
Gotcha. Um, let's see. So you've got a laptop that's connected to an extra speaker?
No,
There's a speaker in the monitor, I think. And when we tested it, it sounded like it was coming through the speaker, didn't it? It
yeah,
was,
it was working just last night. Huh.
Okay. Because
Well,
you,
we'll just have to listen intently, I guess.
all right.
Mhm.
I could probably push up the volume a little bit from my side. Give me a second here. Um, Hold on. I need reading glasses. They made this very tiny.
Mhm.
All right. So volume. Okay. I'm not sure which is plus and which is minus, so I think we're just gonna have to try. I think this is plus. Okay. Test, 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 test. Is that helping at all?
I think it's actually getting a little bit softer.
Oh, that made you louder. Okay, so that's not the one I want.
We've got everything we've got at 100%. So
Cute. Okay. So, oh, that keeps making it go up. Okay. So yeah, I think that was just what I'm doing just made my speakers louder or softer. So let's see if I have any other controls here. Okay, you guys still hearing me?
ooh, that's real bad.
Like real soft?
Yeah, we can barely hear you now.
How about now?
No.
Okay. Um, oh, this is mic volume. And you can't hear me there or no?
Yeah,
Same?
That's
that's
better.
better.
Okay. I got you guys up 100%. I got to remember the next person to bring it down or I'm gonna get sued for their loss of hearing.
I'm gonna put my chair on the other side of Teddy so I can hear you better here.
Okay, I mean, you've got two volume controls, one of your laptop and one of your speaker. Maybe one of those just needs to be turned up, but I really would rather, if you guys can do it, I'd rather not spend the first part of this session trying to troubleshoot that audio.
Right. Yep. No, that's fine.
So if you can hear me okay.
I
We'll
think
just talk loud.
I
All
think we
right.
can deal.
We'll do our best.
Okay, because I hear you fine.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, awesome. So oh, if you're just north of me, that means you're Central Time. That's good to know. Tell me a little bit about what you've been doing crypto-wise, part one, part two, um, and then how much of the crypto course, if any, that you've covered.
Okay. Um, we've been dabbling a little bit in uh, cryptocurrencies for probably a couple of years, but it's been mostly buying and selling some that aren't doing a whole lot and gaining knowledge and getting into the ones that we think are going to be doing well over time. Not a lot of buying and selling. Um, so that's kind of where we started. We do quite a bit of reading of it. And I just happened onto the crypto code. I don't even know where I was at the time, but I saw it and it caught my eye, and I listened to what they had to say, and your percentages on trades are incredible. So I thought, let's look into this. Um, and we have quite a bit of cryptocurrency um, purchased, but we're not, like I said before, we don't sell much. We don't buy and sell, but we'd like to do both. Um, we have some that we think will do well over time, but I think would be a lot of fun to learn this. Um, and so that's why we're talking to you now.
Okay. And I think you might have answered some of this already, but uh, what are you hoping to get from the coaching?
Um, our we we are so excited about this that we actually both resigned our job positions, and don't let that scare you. We're not holding it to anything.
Okay.
we we just want to learn as much as we can, but we'd like to get. We have a few, very few, but a few wave bots going, but we're not sure they're properly done. I mean, we did the best we could, but um, and I think we got better the last couple that we did. And we just have some questions on those. And then uh, we both work full time right now, but Teddy will be done the end of this month on the 29th, and I will be done at the end of September on the 26th. So,
Okay.
and then we want to do this pretty much full time, staying home. So,
Okay. And you are on what exchanges?
we just switched to Coinbase One. We did have Coinbase for a long time. And then we've also had, and we use Binance US. And we did use that more than Coinbase at first until they went away for a while. Um, and then now they're back, and we don't do much on it, but we certainly should or could at any time, given some answers from you on whether that's a good idea or not. But we think it might be a good idea just to put resources on two different ones. So if something happens to one, we still have something to work with. So,
Sure. I like the idea of having multiple exchanges. I don't know if Binance would be one of my choices, to be
okay.
honest.
Okay.
As U.S. citizens, another option would be Kraken.
Right.
And Kraken isn't nice to go with Coinbase because it has several coins that Coinbase doesn't have
Sweet.
that
Okay.
that are uh, at least in my little world I use quite a bit.
Okay.
All right, so I have one little bit of bad news for you.
Okay.
Unless you guys are planning on day trading 6 or 8 hours a day, I don't know how you're going to spend full time doing this because so much is automated that your job is to pick good trade opportunities and then be able to set up the trades properly. Once you do, then their bots, they kind of do most of the work themselves.
That's not bad news at all. We'd love that because we
Okay, I was a little worried, Gary, because you say full time, and I'm thinking, well, what am I going to teach them that they could do for, 6 hours a day? Um,
Yeah, we don't care if it's, I mean, we just assume not spend that much time as long as we can,
sure,
the
make enough
yeah
to
the trade
support
alerts we
ourselves.
assume come through all the time. So we would have an alert on the phone, and we just want to be available to walk to the computer and check it out and see if
sure,
it's
sure.
something
Yep,
we want
yep,
to
yep,
do.
yep.
So that's kind of the all day thing that we were thinking.
Okay, yeah. So when they come in, be available so you have more opportunities. Because if you get to them a little late, they can run out of the price range. Sure.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. Um, so I'm assuming you are guys are up on three commas.
Well, we think so, but we have questions.
Okay, trading view.
Yes.
Okay, um is your three commas connected to Coinbase? Or are you trading directly on Coinbase?
We're connected with three commas.
Okay, all right. Let's get going. First thing, how familiar with Zoom are you? I noticed you got on real easy. That's always a pleasure for me to see.
That was that was my wife's doing, and we're glad to be here.
Okay, awesome. So, first thing I'd like you to do is share screen.
Yeah, that,
You might is there's a share in the
yeah,
right in the middle there, I
That
see.
green button. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
Click on
yeah,
the green button, and
just do,
then you're going to get a one to several windows coming up, depending on whether you're PC or Mac.
Okay.
Which one are you, by the way?
we are PC.
Okay. So when you click the green share button, what do you see?
Um, we see, let's see, entire screen.
Application windows and presenter layout.
Okay, let's try entire screen. Why don't you click on that, and then it might have you click OK or share or something like that. And then you can just click on that. And let's see
Okay.
where that takes us.
We clicked on it, but it's
There
not.
you go. There you go.
Here it is. Here it comes.
All right. So perfect. This is so perfect. Just remember what you just did. Do this every week, and we're just ready to rock and roll. Okay.
Sweet.
So, and I even see three commas up there. So that's even better. I'm gonna do a little scribbling on the screen. Tell me if you see that.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh man, this is going swimmingly. Okay, so
Hey.
right here at the very top is three commas dashboard. Go up to there to the very top and click on it. So that will be what we're looking at. Awesome, awesome. All right. So, um, I'm gonna take you to your demo account first, and then we can come back here and I can answer whatever questions that you want on your real account. So click up here on real and there, or put the down arrow, and there'll be a little switch seemingly to click on for demo account. Have you used your demo account at all?
Yes.
Yeah, we,
Awesome.
we have two paper ones on there, but we don't think they're in very good shape.
Okay.
Those were our first two tries, and then we decided let's just see what it does.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take a look. On some of these, I might. I don't want to say this till I see them, but a lot of times I prefer just okay. Good going. Let's start on this strategy from the beginning and go. So we'll see. Unless you say, no, I'm really comfortable with this, and I just want you to check it. Otherwise, I kind of like starting from the beginning and walking through each of the strategies because there's going to be a half a dozen or so we're going through.
Okay.
But the first thing I want to do here is make sure we got enough money to play with. So to do that, and I know you say, well, what, 615,000 isn't enough money? Uh, Actually not, because most of this is in like Binance Coin, and you got a whole Bitcoin in here, and you got 50 Ethereum. So we need USDT. That's what I'm talking about. I want to make sure we have enough of
Okay.
the stable coin to play with.
Mhm.
So let's go down to Smart Trade and X out of here. And so, first things first,
We like this
market.
already. You're handy to have. Tell us where to go.
Yeah. So this as it's set right here will get us nowhere.
Right.
We will be trying all day and never get anywhere because what we're setting here is what are we trading in? What is our currency? And our currency, we're not trading in Bitcoin. We're going to choose a stable coin, which is either going to be USDT or USDC. On Coinbase, you also have the option of USD, which I happen to prefer when I'm on Coinbase, except
Huh.
for this is Binance, not Binance US as our demo. It's a simulated Binance account. So every coin that's on Binance, we've got here. But also, Binance is not a US company. They don't even accept US dollars, let alone allow you to trade with it. So
Correct.
because of that, we're limited to USD or I mean USDC or USDT. They've already kind of started. They give you a small amount in USDT. So because of that, when we're on demo, we're just going to be doing USDT. So our market, we need to change Bitcoin to USDT. And if you ever come up here and you say something's not right, I can't, this trade is not is not taking or is not going how it's supposed to, this will be the first place I look right there.
Okay.
Okay, it's kind of like when I was a teenager. I just got out of high school. My father had a light store, a lamp store, and we used to do repairs. People come in and bring in their broken lamps, and we'd fix them. And it's funny, such a high percent of the time, people come in. What's wrong with it? My lamp it just doesn't work. And so they bring it in. They have the light bulb in it. I plug it in, turn it on. It doesn't work. So what I do, I unplug the light bulb, put it in a test bulb, and it works. Oh, look at that, bad bulb. So that's what you're going to get a lot of times on three commas. All right. So rating bot pair. Right there, we've got 50 Ethereum. Ethereum's at a pretty juicy price. Let's go ahead and sell it, right? Let's get us a whole bunch of money to play with. So to do that, we're going to, oh yeah, one more question. Are you using a touchpad or are you using a mouse?
A mouse.
Okay. When you're on this screen in particular, and you're going to scroll down. You're going to do it on the very right side. You got to be careful not to do it over the chart because when you scroll here, we scroll down to the bottom of the page. When you scroll on the chart, as a matter of fact, go to the chart, scroll down just a touch, or scroll up just to see what I'm talking about. See that? You're moving the chart. You're
Mhm.
not moving down or up. So we got to be careful, avoid the charts. Let's go on the right side. Scroll down till we get to the bottom of the chart there. Okay, here we go. So if you've been doing smart trades, then this is what you've been using is this. It defaults here to smart trade. This is going to be all your trading when you're going long, which since we've been in an up market for about 2.5 years and doesn't look like anything's changing, most of what we're doing is long here. If you did want to go short, we'd switch over to smart cover. But if you don't want to trade, if you just want to buy a coin and hold it, or if you want to sell something that you already have, you just go to buy sell. So let's go click buy sell because we're just going to sell some of our coins that's being held. And then we're going to go back over on the right side and we're going to scroll down and you're going to see sell and then you're going to see a red button. Here we go. We're going to stop right there. So the first thing we're going to do is it's on limit, but we're going to click market. One of you guys tell me what's the difference between limit and market?
Yeah. Limit, you set your price, and market, you take whatever you get when you
Yeah.
hit the button.
Yep. 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 Buy right now or sell right now.
Right.
Okay. Then we're going down here. They're asking us the next thing, how much of our 50 coins do we want to sell? So they've got it at 10%, and so we're selling 5 coins. No, we don't need Ethereum because we're not trying to start a portfolio in our demo account. So let's just go 100%. Let's sell them all. go ahead and click the sell button. Before you hit confirm, I kind of have a little standing rule that before you ever click confirm, which soon as you do, that trade goes live, right? You've had enough experience with it to know.
Yep.
If you just hit it, you have no chance of catching your input errors, software errors, or anything else until after the trade's already going. And then it's a hot mess and stressful, and you got to work your way out of whatever you're doing. If you take that little 20 or 30 seconds between each trade that you do before you hit that confirm button, you're going to save yourself a lot of, I'm not going to call it agony, that's too dramatic, but just stress over dealing with having to deal with errors that you can stop by just doing that double check. So here, units, we got 50. Yes, we do. Price 45.92. Beautiful. I was expecting 3,000, so I'll take it. And then there's our total that we're going to get. Sounds about right. Now we hit confirm.
I totally agree with you. I do that myself. Wait and look it over carefully.
Fantastic. Yep. Because we're human, right? We mistype. We
Yep.
uh, and then you're going to be surprised how many times the computer actually makes a mistake and you catch it. Going, whoa, I'm glad I just didn't hit that to go in.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got enough to play with there. So we will come back to this demo. When I teach you new things, we're going to do everything in demo, not in live. Couple reasons for that. First reason is I no matter what what you say or do, when we go live, money becomes a distraction.
Mm.
Trying to make money, trying not to lose money, all that kind of things.
Yep.
If you can, and that's all emotion based, and if you can separate yourself from emotion, which is going to steer you down the wrong road more often than the right road, you're going to be a much more consistently successful trader. And one way to do that is figure out everything, every aspect of your trade, learn how to do the trade very well, whatever strategy that is, and then figure out every aspect of it between your entry and your exit and protection, which would be your stop loss, all that. Figure all that in the beginning before you ever do the trade. Then you plug everything in, and you're unless when you're doing your setup, you're not trying to get out there and make money. Like an example of that. I'll give you an example of something that I dealt with one of my students, and this was just a few days ago. Is she um, put in it? She was doing the trade alerts, and she, I think, on those trade alerts that she was putting in like $400 or $500 on a couple of the trades, and then she had one trade for $4,000, and she kind of was kind of stressing, going, uh, yeah, so I mean, this went down first, and I wasn't expecting it. I'm kind of down a lot of money, and I'm kind of worried. And so the my question is, and her $4,000 one, I go, this particular trade is 25% of your account in one trade. Why would you do that? And she goes, and already knew the reason. It's a chance to make a whole lot of money quick, right?
Yep.
Looks like it's going to go up, everything like that. If I do 10 times the amount of my other trades, I'm going to make 10 times as much. But what's happening is she's putting in herself in a position to knock out 25% of her account in one trade. And that over time is going to get you to zero because we got to set it up so if you lose one trade, that's okay. You know, I lost 2% or I lost 3% of my account.
Yep.
And because the strategies that we do are going to get us winning more than we're losing. That's how these strategies were designed. So we're going to win more often than we're going to lose. So we just got to make sure that when we do lose, we don't lose big.
Mhm.
So that's making a trade on the basis of trying to make money versus taking a trade where everything's figured out sensibly, including how this trade fits into your account and allotment. So when you do lose, that fits in fine. I can lose 3 times out of 10, and I'm still making 70% of the time. So on demo, we're just concentrating on learning these strategies well. And learning them well means understanding how they work, number one, how to put them together. A lot of it is we're just following what CryptoCode gives us because CryptoCode, the one of the main things they do is they go in and they test every possible number combination and spend hours and hours and hours doing it till they find the most optimized set of numbers. So, and that's the one thing I've always hated is going back and back testing and doing that kind of stuff. My least favorite part about trading. So to have these guys do it for me, and so all I gotta do is just take what they give me is just pure heaven to me. And
Absolutely.
and you just go and you take what they give you, and it's already pre-tested out over time to be consistently profitable, which is what we're trying to do, is consistently profitable. It's like any other business, right? You just
Yep.
need to be consistently profitable. Um, so there you go. As long as we can get you thinking about putting the trades together right, putting the right amount on each trade, then we got you going down the right road and get used to making money consistently rather than really gambling on one particular trade or not because you just don't know, you know.
Yep.
Now, you will get to a point, and I've done it, where there are those times where you see something that's so far out of balance in your favor. If you jump on it right away, then you got to do it. And I'll do it once every 3, 4 years. I did it last June, I think it was, when Bitcoin came down and hit under $50,000 for, I think it was a half hour before it shot back up to 60,000. But when I saw it down there, I just knew that was the time to buy more Bitcoin. And I didn't have any cash available set aside to buy it. And I had a lot of bots going, and they were all because the price was going down. All my bots were in the red. But
Huh.
I just knew that this was a golden opportunity. And so I sold all my bots right there at a loss, took a pretty big hit, took all that money, put it into Bitcoin. But I just knew because I've been, buying Bitcoin since 2020 that this was a big opportunity. And there again, I do it once every couple of years, but I don't do it very often. So not like you never do it, right?
So was it worth it?
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, you probably did pretty well.
Yeah. All right. So all that being said, we're going to use the demo account to learn all our strategies. Um, you can, and we'll talk about doing live trading other strategies. Um, I'd like you to watch them on demo for at least a couple of weeks, how they work, so just to get your confidence up that, oh, look what I'm making in my demo account. I could be making this in my live account rather than just jumping in. I even when because there's a new strategy coming out right now. That matter of fact, it hasn't even come out yet officially. It's going to be the WaveBot 9, and I think it's really slick. And I I'm already just by looking at it, I could tell this is going to be a really cool strategy. Maybe one of the top strategies we have. But even still, I don't put my money on it yet. I know it's thoroughly tested, but I've got it running in my demo account just to see how it works, just to make sure I know what I'm doing on it.
We watched
So
the video of it last night.
yeah, very cool for
Yeah.
several reasons.
Yep.
All right. So that being said, let's go back to live account. And I'm doing this in lieu of starting you with your first strategy. And if you want to start with your first strategy, we can do that instead of this. What would you rather do? Go over some of your live trades now, or would you rather start with your first strategy and do next week or at another time go over your live trades? You tell me.
I think we'd like to go over what we've got going, so just to make sure that
Okay,
they're done right. And
let's
I
do it.
think probably will find some problems.
Okay. All
Pretty
right.
sure.
All
Yeah.
right. You start where you think we should start.
Just looking at we have, I think, 4 or 5 going, and if we look at each one individually,
Okay.
just let you get a look at them and see where we could improve.
Okay, so these are the trade alerts
No,
or the bots.
these are the
The
bots.
Okay, go up to DCA bot up here.
Okay.
Okay, well, nothing wrong with that line. This is what you want to see, just going straight up. Okay. Scroll down. Let's take a look.
I know that on a couple of them, I I think I pretty much set these up, and
Yep. She's the guru on the bots.
I
Okay,
yeah.
she's the guru on the bots. She's the one that knows how to use the internet. Kurt, I'm trying to figure out what do you do in this arrangement?
Say yes.
Okay.
I have them there for support a lot of the time.
All
No,
right.
we work together, but I read a lot and I know about what I want to invest in, and she's better on the computer part. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um,
And you know I'm teasing, right?
yeah. We're good with that.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I know that at first, yeah, I made the mistake of not looking at my instructions like I should have, and so I wasn't copying the charts like I was supposed to be. So I know that there's a couple of these before I finally figured out that I just used Trading Views charts rather than using the ones that that were set up to use or
From the crypto code.
from CryptoCode. Yeah.
Okay. Not sure I understand that, but we'll get into it. So let's start off. Let's click this title here.
Mhm.
So is this a Waybot 8?
Yes, this is
Oh,
our
this is the most recent one.
yeah, this is our most recent one. We started with the DCA 7, and I'm not really sure why, but
Okay.
just thought it might be easier, and we found out that this one's easier.
All right, let's hit edit. After we're done, they're all going to be easy, so that shouldn't be the criteria.
Yay. We're looking forward to that.
Okay, Waybot 8, XRT 001, long 1 hour. Okay, so far got it. $1,500, base order 500. So far, so good. Trading via custom signal. All right.
Here's the first question on those is what for sure we don't quite understand the 1 hour and 4 hour stuff. What does that really mean and do?
Okay, give me 1 second and I'll answer that.
Okay.
Let's go down averaging order. 500 to 1, 23, 1, 1. Fine. Exit, take profit. Scroll on down. 2, 3, 4, 5. 25, 25. Trailing deviation. Okay. Reinvest fine. Stop loss at 95%. All right. There again, I wouldn't myself. This is all fine, and I know it's right out of what they taught on the video.
Yeah.
So all fine. I have, and we'll get into because there's kind of pros and cons to every strategy, and we'll get into that a little later on. Scroll up just a touch. I want to see this averaging order section. So
Sorry.
yeah, right there are the multiple targets right there. So you're starting with 2%. So that's taking profit 2%, and then if it keeps going, you get 3%, and it keeps going, you get 4, and then it keeps going, you get 5. And then you have a 1% trailing on the last target. All right, so that's on the last target. That's not terrible. I don't like my minimum ever is going to be 2.5, even though I know Joel does 2 or 2.2, because you got that your fees aren't much in crypto. They're pretty small, but you also got some slippage, and this too could end up being like 0.75% or 1%. I don't like tying up even as $1,500. I want to tie up $1,500 to maybe end up making 0.75 or 1%, right? On my money. The reason we got into crypto, it's nice and volatile. You want to take advantage of that volatility. But other than that, and I know these come right out of his video, but that's the only thing. We'll talk about that later in the psychology of that. But other than that, this is fine. This is already in a trade, correct? It just hasn't closed yet.
How do you tell that?
Go back here to DCA bot and scroll on down. This is the trade that we're looking at, the very top one. Right now, you're in a trade, right? It's got
Oh,
up to
okay.
one going at a time. You have one coin going at a time and one going. So here you go. So you're in the trade. You haven't closed any. You've closed one here on your way about 7. You have no trades going on now. You okay? So you've closed 2 on this one, um, and you've got one trade going on here, and then so that's how I can tell.
Okay.
Um, This one, you've had 3 close, but that was the first one that you did. One going.
I keep interrupting. I'm sorry. But how did you see that when we were on the other page?
Well, because we came to this page first.
Oh, okay.
So no, yeah, no trade secrets there. I just okay. So you were asking before that, um, and I said, oh, okay, I'll get to it in a second.
Oh, the 1 hour and 4 hours.
Thank
Oh
you,
yeah,
thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's
yeah.
go right. You got it right here. Let's go to Trading View, and let's see, launch super charts right there, right there.
Oh, right there.
All right, 1 hour chart. See that up here? 1H, 1H,
Mhm. Right there.
Oh, okay.
1H, 1H, 1 hour chart.
Mhm.
That means that each one of these can, and actually let's do this. Uh, put your cursor over, oh, this buy sell. I think that's the one
Mhm.
over here, right here. Buy sell down the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And then hit the eyeball to the right. No, that's not the one. All right, let's try hitting the crypto code here. Put your cursor over that eyeball. There we go. So each one of these candles, right? There's all these individual candles, see, one after another.
Okay.
That means each one of these candles is 1 hour. So
Oh,
it goes for 1 hour, and then after 1 hour exactly, they switch to the next candle. Goes for 1 hour exactly, switches to the next candle. So on a 1 hour chart, you're getting buy signals. So this is telling this is a Wavebot 8 chart. So it's telling your Wavebot 8 if it hasn't already started and it's getting ready to like if you close, make a profit and it needs to start again, it doesn't just start again. It waits for a buy signal. So if it closed here with a profit or closed on one of these cells up here with a profit, and it came down. It wouldn't start again till the next buy signal. So this is going to be, a couple days or a few days because that's a lot of hours, right?
yeah.
24, 48 hours or whatever it is. If it was a 4 hour, then each one of these candles is 4 hours long,
Okay.
which means Let's just look at it. Let's click this 1 hour and let's make it a 4 hour. All right. Each one of these is 4 hours, which means
Huh.
our wait between buy signal to the next could be longer because these are each 4 hours, each one of these. So
Oh,
it's only six of these to a day. So 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, four
yeah.
days, but in a lot smaller thing. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to day up here.
Wow, I'm glad we asked this question
I
because
know up here on the top.
I had no clue.
And let's go to 1 day. Okay. Each one is a day.
Wow.
24 hours and then it changes. Now obviously the 1 hour after the end of every hour exactly changes to a new candle. This is 24 hours 1 day and then it changes. Well, when does it change? Where you're at in York, Nebraska, it changes in the summer at 7 p.m. every night. Exactly at 7 it changes and we get a brand new candle.
Huh. Wow. It'd take you a month to get a bicycle.
Sometimes, yeah, or
Yeah.
more. Look at
Wow.
this. Bicycle here in May. When's the next one? August.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm
So
not in.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's a different uh perspective versus let's look at 5 minute. Go over here. Or 2 minute. Actually, we do a lot of 2 minutes. So let's do
Really?
2 minute. Yep.
Wow. Is that from the trade alerts, the 2 minutes?
No, trade alerts actually don't have a time frame necessarily officially.
Okay.
You can kind of look at them wherever you are, but the trade alert is kind of now, right? Here's the alert. Here's the price range. If you're in between that price range, you're a go. That's kind of it. And
Okay.
then you can follow it however you want to follow it, but it's already set to do its own thing. So it's not based off time frames like the Waybot 5, 7, or 8. So yeah, we're not getting any buys on this one
Wow.
on XRP. A lot of times you need to pull down before you get a buy signal before you go back up.
Right.
Um, yeah, you could actually click on the chart somewhere and then pull it, hold your finger down and pull to the right. Mm.
Huh.
All right, no buy signals. Maybe because I turned the one that would work. Yeah, this is the SNR3. That might be set up, but if I turned up another one, here, click this bottom one, click on that eyeball, click it back on.
there we go.
Yeah, a lot of sell signals, which
Yeah.
means that this is higher in the range. You can't tell because yeah, I think you've heard about the blind man and the elephant, and one of them's touching the tail, and one of them's touching the horn, and they get a whole different idea of what something is by the different part. This is kind of like all you're seeing is the toenail. You can't even see the rest of the elephant
Wow. Yeah.
because the perspective's so tight in.
Right.
But if we zoomed out, we could tell the reason why there's all these sell signals is because if we went to a higher time frame, it's because this thing's been just going up and up and up. We don't want to be buying up here. We don't want buy signals up here. We got to be selling. So that's the reason for that.
Huh.
Okay, let I think I've seen what I need to see here. Is there anything you're worried about?
Um, I I just yeah, we wanted you to look at each of the bots that are running.
Okay, I saw the one. I'll take a quick look at all of them. So let's go back to 3 commas.
Just so we don't spend the next week wishing we had you do that.
Okay, go back to 3 commas.
It is important that we make some money on this stuff. So
Yeah. This is not what.
Okay, up here. Kind of where I'm getting at though is, and the thing that's great about crypto code is, yeah, you could just go in, follow their directions, and just uh, as long as you stay away from mistakes, then you should be fine. Just there's a whole lot more to know to support you in that and optimize your results than just getting in and taking the trades, which you're not going to get anywhere else except for probably going through the coaching. Because the other than going through the coaching, then you went through the method that I learned a lot of my stuff from, which was trial and error, which, oh my God, took me forever. So, I'm gonna be able to point out a bunch of stuff. And even with the crypto code trades, I think there's like the trade alerts. I have a method to show you that some of the trades you're not going to want to take, and I'll show you why.
That'll
Just
be
just because
awesome.
they give them to you doesn't mean they can't be successful, and they probably will be, but there are ways to load the odds even more in your favor. And that's kind of where I like to be trading is when the odds are the most high in my favor, and I let the others go. I'm not no hurry. Okay,
That,
so Waybot 7. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to this one. This one has not, or is not in a trade. Go ahead and hit edit.
So you can edit anytime, like you don't have to like pause the bot or anything like that.
No, you can change any time, but that's not gonna, if you're already in the middle of a trade, it's not gonna change that trade. When
okay,
that trade ends and it goes to start a new trade, then all your adjustments go into effect.
Okay, cool.
But
and
it
you
does not, yeah, affect it. You can't change coins. You can change coins, but it's not going to automatically just sell that coin that you're with. It's going to wait
right.
till it closes. You can sell the one you're with, but the bot's not going to do it. You have to do it.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's really nice that you can do that.
Hmm.
I didn't know if we should would change anything or not if unless we had to stop the whole thing and
Nope.
okay. And you, how about those things you were talking about? You don't have to change
Oh,
the
the the chart.
the charts or anything.
I'm not sure what you mean by changing the charts.
Okay, let's.
Well,
While you're talking, can somebody scroll down so I can be looking at this?
sure.
Okay, hold there. And you can still talk. I could do two things at once.
So I don't so well, but no, no, I just on I think a couple of the bots I forgot to actually
It's where you go
copy.
copy
Yeah,
that
you
deal
copy the chart like you
and place it in the little
yeah, you
square
copy
down
the
here somewhere.
chart. You open it up in TradingView and you copy it, and it has the signals on it. Um,
And then you place it in the other thing on the three commas, right?
You
uh,
copy the chart. Yeah, you're going to have to show me that one. I'm not quite sure I get it. Okay, there again, all these numbers come from the video.
um,
We might have changed something a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, because this has changed.
yeah.
Well, just so you know, there are certain numbers that you could change. Like here, if you were because you're always, you're going to have a budget. I want to put $1,000 into this strategy. I want to put $10,000 in this strategy, and then you make the strategy fit your budget, not the other way around.
Right.
But there's certain numbers that are given to you. Usually it's these that this is what you paid the $2,000 for, and this is what you're paying your $97 a month for, is having CryptoCode and their expertise and the time that they put into optimizing and testing every possible combination till they get to one that tests it out the best.
Yeah.
It's like having your own research department. Every big trading firm, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs on down, have multi-million dollar research departments. Ours is pretty damn good and kind of comparable As far as results goes, and we're paying 97 a month. I don't know if there's a better deal in the world, really.
Mhm.
Yeah, no kidding.
But unless you want to go and start doing some testing your own, which now they're allowing you to do some back testing on three commas, I just leave them alone. And I haven't seen this 1.5. That's why I'm questioning. Not
Yeah,
that I'm open-minded to anything, because this might work better than what they have. I've seen it happen where somebody made a mistake and it outperforms every strategy we got, and so I started using their mistake because I have no ego. It works better than all of them. Let's do it, right?
well, I'm pretty sure he had a 1.5 on that in something.
So it might have shown up like that
Okay.
when you first
Yeah,
got
and
into
that's why I
it.
say I'm just asking.
Yeah.
The last time I watched the videos was probably a couple of years ago. So
Here's the thinking on it is we started with a an order size and you go $300 and it starts to go down. So it hits the first averaging order. So you pay another $300. And then I remember Joel saying that, and when it gets even cheaper, maybe you want to put in a little more. So you put in $450 on the last one because you're bringing your costs or
no,
dollar.
I get that, and there's strategies that do that automatically.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
The
okay.
the problem with this is you buy your first time at 23%. You're buying two times. That's what this number says. Buy two times. You buy your first one here. That's this number 23. The second time you buy, here's your multiplier. One times 23, you're buying at another 23. So you buy your first one at 23%. You buy oh, you buy your first one at 23 and you buy your second time at 46%.
True.
Okay, your opening buy is at 300 bucks. Your your buy if it goes down 23% is another 300 and then your buy at uh second buy is 450. So yeah, if this is going down this far on almost every trade, sure, because you are investing 1,050 into this trade. But from watching these over and over and over, 50% of the time we never even hit this first 23.
Okay.
So, and your profit target is 5% up here. So you're making 5% on $300. So you're making 15 bucks.
Yeah, it's not a
Not
whole lot.
not terrible, right? But when you look at it, you have to set aside this whole amount in case it goes down there.
Right.
So
Okay.
you're setting aside 1,050 and you're making 15 bucks, which means you're making about 1.5% on your money you're being held. This 46%, maybe we'll get hit once or twice a year, uh,
Wow.
unless your coin is really volatile. So you're putting even more money there on something that rarely gets hit. So, the whole thing to me is I'm not Joel who's got, he's putting a couple $100,000 on each trade. That's not me. So I want to try to get the most bang for my buck out of all the money I'm putting in there, right?
So how
So
would do you ever use the 23% even?
I don't like it. No,
Oh,
not me.
I've been telling Teddy, like, why do they go down so far? We
Well, I can show you that too. There again, I'm covering many different things from different lessons over the next 4 weeks, but that's okay. You guys have gone enough to do this. So Bitcoin is dominant. And whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the crypto market follows for the most part,
Yep.
especially when it goes down. When Bitcoin goes down, pretty much everything to a fault goes down with it, right? Any sort of major pullback.
Yep.
So in the last year, yeah, last year, no, not quite the last, let's say 14 months, Bitcoin has made its largest pullback was 25%, and then it made a 20% pullback. So when
Okay.
Bitcoin goes down 25%, let's say, all the other coins go down somewhere between 25 and 65. Somewhere in that neighborhood, right?
Okay.
So with us, the average of that, of all the coins, let's put it in the middle, is 45%. So the average of all the coins, and they actually have a what's called total two, where you can look at the chart of the average of all the crypto coins other than Bitcoin. Um, On the biggest pullbacks, it's going to go down 45%. Wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
This number 46 just happens to be almost the same as the average pullback, right? What, isn't that a big coincidence? Maybe not such a coincidence, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why that number is there to
Okay.
cover the biggest pullbacks that you need.
Okay.
There are other ways to accomplish that, but that's why that number is there, and this number is there, and really works better for a pretty volatile market that's going to go down there, or a very volatile coin that moves that much.
Okay.
And there are other strategies that, I mean, matter of fact, the first one we're going to do next week, because it's usually the first one that I show that I would have showed you this week, is the multi-pair bot, which it buys down 5 times. You buy it 1%, you buy a second time at 3%, you buy again at 7, 15, and 31.
I would
So
love that. Yeah.
yeah, so and then not only that, you double each time. So if you buy down, you buy in, you start at 100. And I'm just giving you numbers if you're using these. You can use any numbers. But then the first time you buy is 50. Then the next time you buy is 100. Then you buy 200 and 400. I'm doing this wrong because there's got to be an 800. Oh, this is the 200, 100, 200, 5 there. And this is the 800 here.
Okay.
So you're buying more as you go down. So you could buy down 15. It could go down 20%. You're using all your money, right? You've bought 4 out of the 5 at 20%. On this one, you still haven't bought your first time down because 20%. You didn't even go down 23. So you
Yeah.
still got most of your money, the 750 sitting there. And when it comes up, you're only going to make a profit on 300. Well, this one, you have a total of 1650. You got 850 that you're using already. We're here, so you're using over half or half. Where this one, you're a quarter is what you're using of your money.
Yeah. Yep.
You want to get the most out of your money that you can get. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of this, which is your Waybot 7 and your Waybot 8. There are things about them that I like. I think the Waybot 8 is one of Joel's favorites, maybe until the 9 came out, which just came out.
Okay.
So a lot of angles, and remember I said there's pros and cons to each of these strategies. And you're
Okay.
gonna go through and use them firsthand and feel the pros and feel the cons and see kind of which ones you vibe with the most of each of these strategies. And then some of these strategies, then you can kind of tweak them to eliminate the cons so much, or to kind of bring them out. I'm a little worried about embellishing the pros because there you go, you're starting to dip into that trying to make money thing again.
Okay.
Um, if
Could I
you
ask
if
you, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, sure.
Could I ask you how you would put these numbers that we're looking at in, or is that asking too much?
What do you mean? How would I put the numbers in?
What would you change the 23 to, and then, keep
No,
the,
no, I wouldn't because this is a tested crypto code strategy.
okay.
So and I teach this. I teach this to everybody. I'm gonna teach it to you.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
You asked me what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was explaining, you asked me, you do these strategies? I'm saying, no, not really these, not these two. And I'm explaining why I don't.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with them.
Okay, I understand that. Because I've always thought that the 23 was quite a bit. I was thinking, I mean, we've had one, maybe we still do have one on 15%. It seems more usable to me than the
It
20.
is until you get that 45% drop and you're stuck at 15 and watching it keep going down and down and down and down. You got to remember that part of it too.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So there again, like I said,
Okay.
we're gonna talk about all this stuff and you're gonna get a feel for it and become very comfortable with it.
Okay.
I'm just giving you, there's a pros and cons to everything. And
Uh,
we're going to try to put ourselves, some of it's market condition, which some trades are going to work better on certain market conditions than other. And you can do that and start some trades on when the market's doing some things. Right now, the market condition's fantastic, right?
oh
And
yeah.
there are certain, matter of fact, they all work better when just stuff goes straight up.
Can I ask
So
you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Good.
and then we're gonna have to cut it really quick because I got somebody that I'm supposed to be with starting at the top of the hour.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you have time for one more question, but that's
Well,
okay.
shoot, try it and let's see if it's a fast question. I'll answer it. If not, I'm gonna have to wait till next week.
On the multiple bot trade or multiple pair trade deal, do all of the multiple pairs, are they all able to do that, or can you only, will it only do one of those at a time?
No, that's what it is. Multiple pairs is one bot can run two or more coins at one time.
Awesome. Okay, I love
Yeah,
it.
matter of fact, the first strategy that we're gonna do, you're gonna be running 7 coins in one bot at a time.
I can hardly wait till next week.
All
Cool.
right. Now, I record these. I'm going to send you a copy of this recording. I put it on my private YouTube channel. So you're going to get a link. You can play it. You can fast speed it. You can jump around, all that kind of stuff to rewatch it. And we will talk later that if you want to download it, then we have to do it a little different way, which I do recommend that you download these. But we'll talk about that next week. But sometime before the night is up, I'll be sending you a recording link via
That sounds
email.
awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Yeah,
Nice to get to know you.
fantastic. Yeah, real happy to meet you. Looking forward to working with you further.
Okay,
Cool.
Bye bye.
You too.
bye.
Bye.